Hello everyone and happy Saturday. Look who I am about to feed. Yes, this is my first time feeding Iyla. Her nurse just left and her nurse just wanted to make sure that I knew what I was doing in terms of caring for her, because keep in mind she is a little preemie. She is She is 28 weeks and she just left the hospital. She had a first night home and the nurse told me to make sure that every time I do anything with her that I should wash my hands. So that was the first thing that I done. And she had a great night. She seems to just want to sleep even more than she eats. So I'm gonna go ahead and feed her. And she love hand. I can tell you she love hand. But she's a very, very good baby. Come here, she's a good baby. She is a very, very good baby. There she is, my big girl. Yes, the nurse had weighed her and I don't remember how much pounds she gained, but she did gain a little something, so they know that she is really doing well. She's breathing very well on her own, plus she's eating. Yeah, so her navel string drop, which is good. And the nurse told me not to be afraid to handle her, that she is a little strong baby girl. So let me go ahead and feed her. And I'm getting used to her, because when she was in the hospital, like, the nurses then basically did everything. Yeah, so she is on a special milk for a few weeks, 6 weeks, and then she will go on to her regular milk. Let me just turn her around. So she is the Maia kit by Priscilla Lopez. She is 14 inches tall. She's such a sweetie. She is such a sweetie. Okay, let me see. Let me go ahead and feed her. I'm looking to see how many ounces. Okay. I just need to put a bib on. Now this bib, I bought a preemie set, 3 pieces, and I bought it especially for the hat and the bib, because I thought that the bib was true to size, and it's not, because this is a huge bib. This look like something like newborn, or maybe even 3 months. That would come with like a newborn outfit, or maybe 3-month size outfit. Yeah, but let me go ahead and anyway, it's her bib, so I'm gonna use it. She'll just have to grow into it, what you say. Anyway, so she had a great first night. She slept and slept. I had to get up like every 2 hours to feed her. The nurses told me not to miss her feeding. Yeah, so she needs to gain some more weight. But she's gaining gradually. She's gaining, which is good. They just want to see that there's some weight gain rather than losing. Yeah, so I hope everyone is having a beautiful Saturday. As you can see, I am enjoying mine. Yes, like I said, I enjoyed this baby girl. I stared at her all night, like literally stared at her all night, I must say. She is an amazing sculpt, let me tell you. I never thought that I would fall in love with such a little preemie. You know, I was so afraid at first when I had seen her sculpt, because I follow Priscilla Lopez page on Instagram, and I had seen her. Priscilla Lopez, I think she done the prototype in this sculpt herself, and I fell in love with that baby. And the words were not written in English. I don't know what it's written in, but it's not English. But I had seen a few posts, you know, on her Instagram page. And so I decided to, you know, you can switch over the translation. So I switched over the translation and read it and found out that she is only 14 inches. And I was like, 14 inches? And I said, oh no. You know, I was afraid because I was afraid I wouldn't born with her. You know, because 14 inches is so small in comparison to 17 inches, because my Thomas asleep, she was 17 inches. My twin B, 17, and of course I bonded with my twin B, I can tell you that. But I had a little problems in the beginning bonding with my Thomas asleep. And as beautiful as she is, the problem was that I learned today, it was her limbs. It was her limbs. She was painted beautifully. And I loved that little baby girl, but I just, her limbs just were so off. Like, her limbs didn't fall properly. Like, it wasn't cuddly. And I had discussed with my artist, Miss Beverly, about changing her limbs. And you know, I had done that with my I had done that with my Presley Awake. Of course, Presley, her issue was not her limbs. Her issue was that she was 3/4 arms, and I just really wanted to give her full arms and full legs. And so seeing that I had changed her arms, I just decided, because I purchased the limbs, and the limbs came with arms and legs, so I just decided to have my artist paint both arm and legs. And she came out beautifully. And then I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to do it also to my Thomas asleep. But as you can see, that Thomas asleep, she was adopted out before it came to that. But yes, I had decided to change her limbs. I had decided on the kit, because at that particular time, Wonderful Baby did not have any like preemie size full limb babies that I could have purchased and just changed the limbs. They didn't. So there was another, I don't remember the name right now, but there was another kit that I had decided on. I had discussed it with Miss Beverly, but you know, before it came to that, I had decided to adopt her out, and she was adopted out. So that's the reason why I never did change her limbs. Yeah. The more babies you collect, the more you learn. And I've had, I think it's fair to say, almost a dozen babies. So a few things I have learned. Yes. Okay, that's it. That's enough. Oh, see? You see that? She drank a lot. I'm gonna have to burp you. I'm gonna have to burp you. Come. The nurse told me not to be afraid. Not to be afraid to handle her. Come. Psh. Good. For a little girl, that's a big burp. That is a big burp. Yeah. Her mittens are falling off. So I'll just go ahead and take them off because she's asleep. But she was scratching herself, so just to be on the safe side, I put her mittens on. Yeah, so as you can see, she curls up pretty well, I must say. She does. But you know, she needs to have her diaper changed, so I'm gonna go ahead and change her diaper, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and change Isla's diaper. There she is. Now this Pampers, I got a few of these Pampers from the hospital. These are the newborn size. But I had purchased her tons of preemie Pampers, so I need to still try those on her. And when her nurse comes to visit, you know, the nurse automatically reaches for the hospital Pampers. So let me go ahead and try. This is the preemie size by Huggies. Yeah. So there's my big girl sucking on her little sucky. And I changed her into just a simple snap on the side undershirt and just a little socks. Let me tell you, her socks, I picked out the smallest socks in the girls' collection of socks, and it's still too big. But that's fine. And she has the cutest little arms. Her arms are so small. I had a special bracelet just for her, and this is not the bracelet. This bracelet was actually a bracelet that I had sized down, and I sized it down for one of my other baby girls, and it was too small. So for some reason I just continue to leave it in the little box that I have with all my baby girl's jewelry. I just left it there, and trust me, I really had no use for it. And twice I can recall that I thought about dumping it and I didn't. But what I did too is because I have a few bracelets that doesn't have like the little charms, so what I had done, I had ordered some little like accessories for like the baby jewelry. So this little charm I had purchased, where did I purchase that? I purchased that from, I think, Dolls So Real. Yes. So I had purchased 2 of those because, like I said, I have 2 bracelets that doesn't have any charm. So I figured that, you know, I would accessorize the charm. I would accessorize the bracelet by adding the charm. So this came in perfectly for Iyla. Yeah. Because her bracelet that I had purchased specially just for her, when I put it on her little wrist, the bracelet slide all the way up to her shoulders. Yeah, it's just too big. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, let me go ahead and she's still knocked out. Let me go ahead and change her. And she's wearing a little micro preemie pacifier. Yeah, she's a tiny little one. But I'm going to change her Pampers, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my measuring tape and I'm going to measure her from head to toe. Yeah, and then I also want to measure her feet because I need to try to purchase her some true to size socks. Yeah, some little preemie ones. Yeah, so let me go ahead and do that. So today is a cloudy day. It's not very cold, but it's, you know, it's cool. It's warming up a bit now. That's the reason why she's just in diaper and t-shirt. Of course, I love my babies in diaper and t-shirt. Her limbs are beautiful, I must say. Her limbs are beautiful. Yeah, so let me see. Because I really don't want to waste these preemie size Pampers, so I need to use those. Okay, not bad. Well, I can tell you I prefer the newborn size because her body, this body, is actually a bit wide. Yeah, it is. Come, you're sliding down, sweetie. Okay. Yeah, she's sliding down. Yeah. Let me see if I can get a quick measure here of her length. Okay, that's her head, and right here is 14. So yeah, she's 14 inches, but I am guessing if she stretch her leg out, she probably would be about 15. Yeah, I think so. Let's try here so maybe you all can see better. See? From head to toe, this is 14 inches here. Yeah, so if she stretch out her leg, then she should be about 15 inches. Yeah, so I think it's fair to say that she's about 14, 15 inches. I think. Unless I just lay her completely flat. Yeah, so let me just measure her little feet. She has the tiniest little feet. See there? Her feet is from heel to toe. It basically is saying 2 inches, but for comfort, I would say if you're buying her or having a custom made shoes, I would go with 2.5, which is here. Yeah, she has a very, very petite feet. And just for those in case they want to know like the width, I guess it's like 1 inch around, or maybe, how do they measure? Well, anyway, for anyone who's interested, you could do the math as to how to measure that way going across. Yeah, so for me, I would be interested in like special made shoes, custom shoes, and a size 2.5 inches. Yeah, because you need a little space for like socks and stuff. But her feet is very small. Basically around 2 inches is her feet. Yeah. So these socks are pretty big on her. But you know, she needs to wear her little socks. All right. That's my big girl. She has a clean, she's all fed. So she's pretty comfortable now. Has a fresh Pampers. She's going to be asleep for a while. So that's it, everyone. So thank you all so much for watching. This was Iyla's first feeding video. Yes. And you all have a great day. Bye-bye.